What products do we sell the most on Amazon? How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title of this video, we're going to be going through what niches we primarily sell in on Amazon. There are a few different ones that we do sell in, some niches that we're looking to get into in the future, but there is one or two that we primarily sell in, so I want to take you through what those two are and why and how we find suppliers for those. So the biggest niche of products that we sell in is general merchandise. That's products like, toothpaste, mouthwash, deodorant, soap, toothbrushes, products like those. And the reason why we sell with those types of products is just because, one, the return rate. You're not going to get very many returns on products like those. It's not going to be, clothing is something you're going to get a ton of returns on. It gets it, they get it in, it doesn't fit right, or they change their mind later down the road, they just don't like it, they're going to send that back, versus you're not going to get many returns on, again, soap, deodorant, mouthwash, products like those. You will still get some, and we still have to factor in for those returns, but it's not even close. I think the return rate's about 30% on clothing, where in general merchandise, you're only looking at about a 2% return rate. So that plays a big factor. And if you are someone that's going to sell in clothes or any of those type of products, make sure that it has a very good ROI, and you're factoring in the fact of how many returns you're going to get. But also, with our returns, most of the time we can send that right back out. If we do get a return, the product's usually just fine. If you're selling clothes and it's worn at all, it's tough to send those back out, or you have to then sell them as used. So general merchandise and those types of products is the biggest niche that we sell in, not only because of the returns, but also just because of the volume those products sell through. So like Colgate toothpaste or Aquafresh mouthwash, or even Aquafresh toothpaste, these are big brand name products that sell a bunch on Amazon. So we get on listings that sell 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 times a month. So we're able to order a lot of quantity and also sell through that quantity really quickly. If you're only getting, products that sell 50 times a month or 100 times a month, they're much slower movers, and you're not going to be able to buy much quantity of those products. And then some other niches that kind of go hand in hand is the healthcare products as well as some beauty products. So we do sell a lot of makeup as well. We have a few suppliers that we sell makeup really well, and there's a lot of good ROIs to be had in that makeup niche. A lot of times they don't sell as much, just because with makeup, a lot of times you're going to get on listings with a bunch of different variants on that with the different colors they have. So it's not going to sell as much, but you are going to get really good ROIs. And healthcare products are a lot of the same on that. And then some underrated niches that we also sell in is a little bit of electronics and also automotive. Now with the electronics, you do have to be a little careful on that as well. Just like how the clothing gets a very high return rate, so does the electronics. The only thing with the electronics is you can get a very good ROI on those. So again, as long as you anticipate for those returns and you factor that in when you're buying that, and knowing you need to get a much better price on those and get a much better return on those, then that's fine, and you can still sell those products as long as you're accounting for that, because there is a lot of good margin in the electronics. And not only that, it's much easier to prep. If you're buying something that costs, let's say $20 or $40 per unit versus an item, a toothpaste item that you're buying, at $1 per unit, it's going to be much easier to, prep through $50,000 worth of electronics than it will be to prep through $50,000 worth of, toothpaste or whatever those other general merchandise products are. So, those are also things to keep in mind on that. But again, you want to make sure you're getting a good enough return to factor in for the returns that you're going to get on those products. Automotive is another good niche that we do sell in, that it's not something that, again, is going to sell through very much, depending on what you are selling on. But some different types of car spray cleaners and car fresheners, those sell really well on Amazon, and you can also get really good margins on those. So those are all the current niches that we sell in right now. Some niches that we're looking to get into, one is definitely hazmat products. Now the reason we're not in this yet is because you need to get approval from Amazon to get a certain amount of space of hazmat products that you can send in. So they're going to obviously start you off with not much space, and you got to grow that over time. But because of that barrier to entry, there's very, very good margins in hazmat products or dangerous good products. So if you can get that space on Amazon and you know, continue to request for more space and send in as much hazmat as you can, you're going to be able to get a lot of good returns on that. And again, there's not as much competition on that just because not everyone's able to even sell hazmat. And those products that are hazmat are usually products that, you know, an aerosol spray or flammable liquids. It's those type of products that we'll get a lot of the times, and we'll get those deals in. We can't buy them even though they're great ROIs, just because again, we don't have the space for those. And then the last niche that we are looking to get into, and we've only sold just a little bit in so far, is OTC, so over-the-counter medicine. Again, this is something that you have to get ungated for, and you have to build up quite a bit of sales history on your account to get approved to sell on. So of course, whenever there's, you know, a harder barrier to entry and you're able to get less competition on that, it's just going to come with higher margins and higher ROIs on that. So that's definitely a niche that we want to get into more, and we definitely will be getting more into. Those are all the niches that we currently sell in. If you guys are interested in getting signed up with our automation company, there will be a link in the description below to book a call with me to go over any questions you might have. But I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was informative, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.